it up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Graham shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
Here we go on a nice little Tuesday episode. I'm Timmy Hall. We got the Bodeman back there running things on the desk. And my friend in the booth with me tonight. Happy April 1st, Tyvis Powell.
Hello. Have you pranked anybody?
No, it's actually been a pretty cool day. Nothing really happened. Didn't do anything strange. Didn't participate.
When you was on social media, you didn't see anything that might have led to an April Fool?
No.
Okay.
No. What about you?
No, I don't know. No.
There was a thing yesterday that Bodie and I were discussing, but it turned out to be real. The Coastal Carolina, I don't want no dogs.
Cats.
I mean, I don't want no cats. I want some dogs. No, Coastal Carolina football is giving away free concessions, like 4 items at every single one of their football games.
What do you mean
next
they
year.
Giving it away?
Yeah, free. Free concessions.
For everybody that's there.
For everyone that goes to a football game next year. Like the cheaper stuff.
Are they hurting in attendance?
I wouldn't think so, because aren't they one of the better
That's what I thought.
Mid-major-ish, next group of conferences
did this come out
programs?
today or yesterday? Okay.
And that should be illegal, right? Like instant jail? Like we can't be doing Black Friday for April Fools. Am I right? Where you started earlier before midnight?
No, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that.
I mean, yes, I've seen a ton. I saw there was one Buckeye basketball account talking about how they're going to tear down the Schottenstein Center and build the most, amazing, iconic college basketball arena that the country's ever seen. Open in 2029.
You knew that was fake.
Yeah, Hunter Dickinson at Kansas in the portal, getting another year of eligibility, year 7.
We'll see. I think the next facility that gets built would probably be hockey.
Yeah. And then maybe basketball doesn't get built, but it gets reconfigured at the very least.
Football has to do something at some point.
They do.
Because
they got to renovate in a bigger scale.
They've renovated that thing.
They have.
It's 100 years old.
I know, but they've got to renovate at a much bigger scale.
Yeah,
where it's almost akin to rebuilding it, but keeping the iconic parts of the stadium.
Pretty much, yeah. Not the stadium. I'm talking about the facilities.
Oh, I'm talking about the stadium.
Oh, well, they got it.
That's a thing too, right?
You know how I feel about that. They throw a dome on that thing. Man,
no, we're not doing a dome.
Just saying.
It was just interesting to hear the takes from the Blue Jackets fans that went there that you could tell have not been football season ticket holders and been accustomed to maybe some of the lack of amenities at that football stadium versus some of the other ones that are out there.
It's the C deck people we got.
Yeah.
We gotta do something for the C deck.
You do. Yep, do something nice for them. But Tyvis, you thought that you could keep me out of Del Boca Vista? I'm going to be there.
You're hilarious.
You thought I wasn't going to come to this Blue Jackets game tonight.
I didn't know
You're going to your first game at Nationwide Arena. We were supposed to go together. You got a sweet deal. You're going with the wife instead of me. I got undercut. And so I just decided to get some tickets of my own. Contacted some of the lovely people at the team. And I'm going to be sitting lower than you are, and I'm going to be looking up at you and shaking my fist.
You know what? I didn't realize how connected you were in this world.
We're going to get things done, Tyvis.
That is, you were that upset about it that he decided to go get a ticket himself to be there. I appreciate that.
We are going to get things done. So we're going to be there. I hope I bump into you in the concourse, but you're going to be in that special area. You're probably not going to come down to the lower level. You're going to be locked away in the club level, suite level.
I have no idea what to expect. I'm
telling you, you're gonna be in there the whole entire time.
No, you never know. I might bop around.
Because you'll have seats in the suite that you can go into and enjoy the vibe of the arena, but you're not going to be going to the other concourses.
Have you been in this suite before?
Well, I've been in a suite. Worked here many years. I've worked here many years for a long time.
Look at you.
Bodie, we used to have a Buckeye show night. And we haven't had one for the last couple of years. We used to actually get
I was
every
never a part
show.
Of those, so.
Yeah, every show on the Fan, their show would get a night once. Sometimes it was 2 nights a year. And we would raffle off tickets. So you'd have
30 years, Tim.
listeners.
Been here 30 years.
30 years. I've gotten a bonus. I've gotten a jacket suite night every year, but this one. If you're going to cut out the suite nights, that's fine. But when people depend on them for their sanity, for the good of the year that they're having, well, then that's just all the ways to save a lousy buck. I
gotta go watch Get Ranted one more time. It makes me laugh every time.
Tyvis is still new to Bodie and I's favorite film of all time, Christmas Vacation.
That's
so he's getting caught up.
That's not Bodie's
yes, it is.
Film of all time.
Miracle.
There you go.
There you go. Well, it's a 1A and 1B type of situation. But Tyvis, we are rolling along with spring football over there. You mentioned the facilities. How do those facilities need upgrades? I'm in there all the time. They're beautiful. They're state of the art. The Woody Hayes.
You know what's crazy?
Could we possibly want to upgrade? Didn't they just pour a bunch of money into that? This
is the craziest part. You would go over there and you would think, man, these are nice. And then you would go to Nebraska or Oregon or something like that and see what they
Clemson
got.
or LSU.
And you'll be like, man, we got to do some work over there.
Oh, man.
That's what it is. That's the problem. Because you got to think, you got to put yourself in the mind of these kids. Like, these kids is going to go to these facilities and be like, man, this is nice. And then they'll because they'll come to Ohio State first and they'll be like, man, this is nice. All the coaching, the development, all that is great. But then they'll go to Oregon. When people got wowed by Oregon, I went to Oregon and I seen it for myself.
You seen it?
I seen it. And I was like, I see what it is.
Like what?
It's just,
Describe.
It's just nice, man. It's just beautiful.
They have a golf course right outside?
Ain't no golf course outside, but it's
pitch and putt or something?
It's just a top of the line stuff where it's just like, man, that is nice.
There is one that does have like a putting course.
We got one.
So it's obviously you're not there to play golf. You're there to play football, but a fun type of thing where anyone can pick up a putter. I think it's Clemson. I think they installed something like that right outside.
Ohio State has one. They had a team dinner there every get home.
No. Right outside your football facility.
No, they're not doing that. They got
part of that.
They have a golf simulator on the inside.
Well, that's good. Mm-hmm. That's fun. That's a lot of fun.
I've learned that a lot of these newer athletes are golfers.
It's a good way to.
I've seen like Denzel Burke's a golfer, Jack Sawyer. That's golf.
Well, it's a good way to maintain flexibility. I think for the taller, lankier athletes too, they're going to be naturally the ones that are better fit to play golf. And maybe even if you're not built that way, it's a way to get some shoulder flexibility, some back flexibility.
It's interesting.
All that.
I was talking to Mr. Perry, Josh's father. And he was like, you should come out and play golf with me and Josh.
Careful there, Mr. Perry.
He said that he said after triple bogey, that's it. We pick up the ball and that's it.
I like that.
So we're not going to be out there all day. If you get past triple bogey, that's it. We'll move to the next hole.
That's a great rule. Yeah.
You like that?
It's a great rule. Or at least take it to the green or right around the green. If you're at that point, if you want to just chip and putt or whatever, go to that. But I was mentioning defensive backs and the work that continues to go on as they get prepared for the April 12th Spring Showcase. Now, Caleb Downs, you got to be a big fan of his, right, Tyvis? Yeah. Playing the safety position. Everyone is a big fan of Caleb Downs because of the way he played football. But we talked about him yesterday, too. I was really blown away with this kind of mindset going into the spring. And I want you to listen to it with what he talked about, how this year's team hasn't done anything. I think he's sort of playing a mind trick with himself, and I think some of the other teammates are buying into this with how they're trying to approach it, having just won the national championship and that banner hanging up in the wall. Hadn't been there that long.
You had to reset at some point, and I think at some point we had in the weight room, we had national championship stuff up there, and it was the new guys that walked in here, they haven't earned anything. We, as the new 2025-26 season, we haven't earned anything, so we can't really take credit for anything that is up on the banners. We can't take credit for winning anything at this point. We have to compete every day with the mindset of we have to get better to be able to put ourselves in position to have the opportunity to get to that point.
And obviously a guy as talented as Caleb Downs absolutely 1,000,000% can take credit because he was an integral part of winning a national championship. But he's trying to play some kind of trick to that was then, season starts over, I'm still here. A lot of those players are gone. And this is a motivational type of way that he's looking about it. Would you do the same type of thing? Having been a champ, I can understand how you would walk around being not a chest puffed out guy, but confident in how you succeeded and that you can succeed again.
So honestly, when I look at this thing right here, after we won it all, I told you I'm off, a little bit off. I'm not different from a lot of people.
Off in the head.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes, you are. You've shown that.
As we was sitting on the stage, the only thing I thought about is I can't wait till we do this again. Because the thing is, how do you separate yourself? as a player at Ohio State. You can go out there and you can be the greatest safety ever. But one thing that's never been done, I don't think, in recent history is back-to-back. Like for Ohio State, the back-to-back champs, to say you did that, that's something that not a lot of people can say that they did. So I think for Caleb Downs, he's thinking on the bigger picture. Like, yes, it was cool to do these things, but we got to remember, a lot of those guys have walked out the door. A lot of those guys that we depended on is gone. So now it's up to him to make sure that he brings these young guys up to par, to make them understand how serious this season is. How, yes, we did that last year, but y'all didn't do anything. That wasn't y'all. That was other people. Now we have to replace those people, and I think it's a sense of urgency. And I think that doesn't just start with him. I think the coaching staff has done a great job this offseason relaying that message.
Caleb's not a messing around type of guy.
No.
We've gotten the sense of that from him being around here for a year. He's serious. He is serious about his craft. There's not a whole lot of joking around with him.
I think he has some joking. Everybody has some joking.
Well, of course.
But when it comes to that field, no, we ain't messing around.
He's like your parents would say, there's a time to have fun and there's a time to be serious.
Correct.
It's mostly serious time.
See, the problem is I was the opposite.
Yes. Oh, you don't say. I never would have thought. We'll find out in the next segment, though. Hey, someone in town has a very, very high comparison for one new Buckeye football player. That's next. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
Head to 971thefan.com to listen on demand and subscribe to all our podcasts. Wasting time has never been easier. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
When you reach for UDF's new pizza, you're getting more than just a quick slice. You're getting family recipe focaccia dough, handcrafted in our bakery. You're biting into a hot, crispy crust. You're tasting delicious sauce and loads of meaty, cheesy flavor. You might even be burning the roof of your mouth on that first bite, but that's okay. It's a good burn. UDF makes more than just pizza. We make pizza for you. New Sicilian-style pizza from United Dairy Farmers at participating locations. UDF, made for you.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Buckeye Nation, join us on April 13th at the 2025 Ohio State Four-Mother, presented by Union Home Mortgage, the Ohio Beef Council, and Raising Cane's. This is your chance to run down the tunnel and finish on the 50-yard line at Ohio Stadium. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer. This is something you won't want to miss. Register today at ohiostatefourmother.com. Go Bucks!
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining healthcare.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week. But not OJ, because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
Buckeye Nation, join us on April 13th at the 2025 Ohio State Four-Mother, presented by Union Home Mortgage, the Ohio Beef Council, and Raising Cane's. This is your chance to run down the tunnel and finish on the 50-yard line at Ohio Stadium. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer. This is something you won't want to miss. Register today at ohiostatefourmother.com. Go Bucks!
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get one juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, one original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Ohio State National Champions. Celebrate the 9th National Championship in Ohio State history with an heirloom quality timepiece handcrafted by Oxia Time. Available in a broad range of styles and prices to appeal to that true Buckeye fan. If you want something extra special, check out the limited edition Ryan Day autograph box sets. These exclusive box sets won't be available long. Act fast and get yours before they are gone for good. All watches tell time. These tell the time of your life. Order yours today at AXIAtime.com.
Add some spice to your pizza night with Donato's new Smoky Hot Honey Pizza and Smoky Hot Honey Chicken Sub. Bringing hardwood smoked bacon, wood-fired chipotle seasoning, and Mike's Hot Honey together for savory, smoky, sweet heat perfection. Now get $4 off a large Smoky Hot Honey Pizza using promo code SMOKY. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's. Gotta love more.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A nice night for baseball as the Clippers open their season. We'll see plenty of sunshine, light winds, and temperatures in the low 50s. Down to the low 40s overnight with a mild wake up for your Wednesday morning. A scattered shower or thunderstorm midday Wednesday. High temperatures in the upper 70s by the afternoon with a better chance of strong storms Wednesday night. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Where Timmy Hall can start swooning over Aaron Kraft any second. It's the Buckeye Show.
Timmy and Tyvis, happy April Fool's Day. I'll tell you what's not a joke, Tyvis. Not a joke at all. And that's that dreaded two-letter acronym, ED, erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, that's not a joke.
But my friends at Tri-State Men's Health, they are experts at treating ED. You know, when you're dealing with an issue like that, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation. Every case is different, but finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. That's what Tri-State Men's Health is going to do for you. It's a terrible condition. It really is. It causes stresses in relationships, creates anxiety. Many men will suffer for years without even seeking treatment. Why, when we got this facility right here in town? They're there to help you, right? They've got treatments with success rates over 90%. Some can even have you last an hour or more. Dear God.
Yes.
So check it out at tristatemen'shealth.com. That first visit is $99. You get the TMPSA test, if medically advised, a test dose. And if the dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free in 2 locations right here in Central Ohio. The one that you go to in Westerville.
Yes.
The one in Hilliard, right by Fish's house. You can wave to him while we're going there and leaving and take all the mints. Or the sucking candies. Who knows? Thad Matta might take all those, though.
Do we go just call them Jolly Ranchers?
No. There's much more than just Jolly Ranchers.
Okay, some mints.
There's a generic bag at the Myers that has just a better price, and you get a variety, too. You get the butterscotch, you get the cinnamon, you get the red, yellow, green, orange, different flavors. It's phenomenal.
You like the green Lifesaver?
The green Lifesaver, the green, anything that's lime or lemon flavored. That's for me, Tyvis. That is for me. So I want to give credit where credit's due. You know our recruiting expert in town, Jeremy Birmingham. Codename Berm. Codename Berm. He's said this for a while now. And I'll play some audio because defensive backs were speaking at the Woody today. But how do you like his comparison? 5-star recruit Devin Sanchez. We've been excited about him for a while.
Yes.
Now, we also wish Naeem Offord would have been in the class because it was a nice 1-2 punch. He winds up flipping and going to Oregon.
Flip.
But Devin Sanchez is here, and he looks really good. He is a physical specimen at that position. And if there were depth issues, you could easily see Devin Sanchez popping right up and starting right away. But we'll see how they wind up using him. But he had been calling him the Jeremiah Smith of defensive back prospects. What do you think of that?
I thought that was a lot because, you know, he was right when he talked about Jeremiah Smith. He said that he'd be like Julio Jones, and I looked at him like he was crazy, but he was right. And when you say that Devin Sanchez can have an impact like JJ, it's unfathomable because – you think about.
I can't believe he's going to have an impact like Jeremiah. There's no way. He might be that good of a player in time, but there's no way his freshman season would be like Jeremiah's freshman season. Not a chance in this world that will happen.
I won't say that because we've been fooled before.
But that doesn't mean he might not be as good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't.
It's opportunity.
That's
and what can a DB do when a wide receiver can go out there? What am I supposed to get? 10 interceptions at my spot?
I mean, he gets
as a true freshman.
He gets 10 interceptions as a true freshman. He should boycott trying to play and go to the league.
Right.
He should try to sit out and try to force to go to the league. No, I just think that he will, if he's really that good and he's doing that well, they will carve out a role for him. I mean, Matt Patricia is a guy that's been in the NFL, that's worked with multiple defensive backs. He understands that if you got a playmaker, you have to put that guy on the field, no matter what. You create a position for him, whether it's the nickel position, whether it's rotating corners like we've been doing for 2 years anyways. Like, guys are used to those things. But if he's making plays and he's showing you he's ready to play, you have to find a spot for him on that football field because you can never have enough playmakers.
I mean, he's 6'2", 185. Let's hear from the insane talent from Houston, Texas for the Buckeyes right now. He spoke today and how he's working every day.
Coming off a national championship, it's really nothing easy. You know, they're pushing for the same thing. They're trying to go back to back. So, I mean, we just got to come up here and we gotta step up. But the hardest thing I would say, just having to grow up. Going from high school where, I've been the man there for 3 years. So, I mean, coming up here where you start at the bottom again, I'm going to push myself to that limit, try to be on the field year one. That's my plan. That's the biggest reason I came here, because I have an opportunity to play year one. So me having that opportunity is good, and, I'm always going to come out here and compete. Like I said, I'm putting myself at the bottom, so I'm working. I'm going to work every day like I'm at the bottom, and I got to get to the top. I'm going to discipline here and, competitive excellence. So it's just staying consistent every day, just doing the rights, having little to none mental errors. That's going to get me on the field. And, if I do what I'm supposed to do, that's going to get me on the field.
Where do you see a guy like Sanchez fitting in? If we're going to get him on the field right away as soon as possible, Matt Patricia's the new DB. Put him at nickel.
Probably the nickel position.
Get him in there at nickel.
That's a spot that's open. You think about the corner spots. You got IGB at one. You got Jermaine Matthews at the other one. Those guys are really good players. That's probably going to hold it down.
So you're looking at Lorenzo Styles, who's been making some headway there.
He's a guy that's been good, but he even rotated last year with Jordan Hancock a little bit, so he's used to rotating. Like I say, you can find a way to, usually when you want a freshman to play, if you don't want to put him at corner, you put him in at that nickel position just to get him on the field, get him some experience, and then you'll slide him out. Obviously, 16 games is a lot of games, so there will be injuries. There may be times where if he's playing that well and he understands his assignment, which I thought he did a really good job of understanding, that if I don't know the playbook and if I have a bunch of mental errors or missed assignments, like, that's how you're not going to get on the field. The only way you're going to play is if a coach can trust that you're going to at least get your job done, that you at least know what's going on. So he has to demonstrate that right now, which it could be hard, but I think that him competing and him learning those things will get him on the field, because everybody knows that if you're a talented guy and you know what you're doing, we want to see what you look like. We got to see what the future is. We have to look at things, because IGB is probably gone. He is gone after this season.
Yeah, he is gone.
So you have to think about the future. And if somebody get hurt, hopefully that doesn't happen, but you can't let one injury in the secondary derail your entire season. You got to have guys behind him ready to go.
It won't. There are guys. And again, some of them might be a little bit more inexperienced. Some do have some experience, just in different positions. I mean, Lorenzo Styles has played a lot of college football. Yeah. He's been on both sides of the ball, and he showed some bright spots. So I do believe that he can come in there and have a really good senior season and put some good stuff on tape and help the Buckeye defense. Your position group, too. Have you been able to study or look into a lot of Fahim Delane, another one of these star freshmen?
Yeah, I told you.
Did I really say freshmen and throw an S on the end of that? Only Maryland, and he is already 6'1", 210, and Matt Guerreri's raving about him, how his body is college ready. Yeah, you saw the quote. Yeah, college ready from Guerreri, and making his presence felt out there in spring practice.
For him, I think that he reminds me a lot of like a Caleb Downs, where he's a really good tackler. My only concerns with him is the coverage ability. Obviously, they're going to find a way to try to put him in situations to see if he can cover, and he's got to be able to do those things. But when it comes to tackling and, being in the post and doing all those things, I think he does that really, really well. He's got to take himself a step further and learn how to cover these wide receivers, because at some point they're going to motion, they're going to shift, and they're going to find a way to get him one-on-one with a wide receiver and see if he can cover.
Tyvis, we are brought to you by our good friends at CareSource and also by Coors Light. And obviously, if you miss anything on the Buckeye Show, You can just search it up and download the podcast free of charge.
Subscribe as well, so you get a notification every time Bodie uploads it.
Oh, that's the beautiful way to do it.
Yes.
And you'll never miss it. Anywhere you get your audio, that's all you got to do. Download, subscribe, the Buckeye Show podcast. How about the men's basketball? Little tidbits to finish up here. Aaron Bradshaw, as far as I can tell, I mean, when Jardy's got a story about it, no April Fool's joke. Could have been expecting this one anyway because the numbers did not match the payments.
Yeah.
And Aaron Bradshaw struggled to rebound a basketball at 6'1". Until that Iowa game, he finished with 6. 7'1". Yeah, until he had 6 rebounds against Iowa and they lost that game. It had been so many games in a row where he got 1 rebound in the contest. So he goes into the portal. So you're still obviously looking to get a 5 and to rebuild that front court. Nothing about Bruce yet. Nothing about Devin Royal or Sean Stewart not being here, which is good. So you keep doing the work in the portal. Would like to hear some more rumblings at this point about closing in on some prospects. But we do know Michi Johnson is going back to South Carolina.
Yeah. I mean, today,
ready to go.
It's been one of those type of days. The Aaron Bradshaw thing was to be expected. Hopefully he goes somewhere and he lands on his feet. Obviously, I think he needs to put some weight on and be a little bit stronger in that paint. Show guys that I'm 7'1", and I also can be a force in this paint. You know, he got moved around a lot, and that's what led to him not getting those rebounds. So he has to be better with that. As far as Michi goes, I think he's going back to a place where he had a breakout. You know, when he went to South Carolina, that's when the scoring really happened. I don't think they've had a coaching change, right? I think they still got the same coach, right?
Yeah, because he became a bit of a commodity.
Yeah. So I think going back to going to a place that's familiar.
With Paris, there was some talk about even Ohio State.
Yeah. So if that's the case, he's going back to a place where he's already shined, and I'm sure he'll get back on track.
Lamont Paris, that's right. Maybe he shouldn't have left.
Maybe not. Well, we'll never know.
Obviously, I mean,
never know.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, he came here, it didn't work. He couldn't last 9-10 games and had to shut it down. Didn't finish out the season here. Now he's going back to South Carolina. So that was too bad the way that worked out for the Buckeye basketball team. Tyvis, have a good time at the Jackets.
You as well.
I will. I'm going to sit lower than you.
Look forward to
You might have that sweep, but I'm going to be down there a little bit lower.
I'm going to look for you.
Big one tonight. They're all big as they are chasing a wild card spot. The Jackets taking on the Predators. That's next. We'll see you tomorrow at 6. Buckeye Show on the Fan.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. At Giant Eagle, we combine exceptional customer service and quality foods, all at great value to make the most of your shopping trip. Visit Giant Eagle or Market District today to see how easy it is to save.